travel magazine viewers, greetings from the legendary Samarkand. We are here today to discover the most iconic landmark of the Central Asia, Registan Square. Registan Square is the heart of Samarkand city. There are three magnificent architectural monuments of medieval times, and now we are going to visit them one by one. Ulugh-Beg's madrasa was built in 15th century on the order of the greatest scientist of Uzbekistan, Ulugh-Beg. His real name was Muhammad Taragai, but when he became the ruler of Samarkand at the age of 15, he got title of Ulugh-Beg, which means the Great Prince. He constructed not just the madrasa in Samarkand, but the observatory as well. Look how this building is beautiful. This madrasa became famous everywhere in Central Asia. He himself gave lectures here on astronomy and math. He invited the most famous scientists of those Kazezadeh Rumi, Registan Jamshid Koshi, Miram Chalabi were the mudaris of this madrasa. Students studied here from 10 to 15 years. They studied not just the Quran, but the other science as well. Kazezadeh Rumi was the first scientist who gave the first lecture. The lecture room was the biggest room in the madrasa, where they had a mosque. 5 times in a day, students prayed. All 40 cells of this madrasa will look like this. There were 2-story rooms. The ground floor was the classroom. The first floor was the bedroom. No furniture was in the bedroom. It was just plain and with white walls with niches where they kept the books. This is called lauch, rahel, lauch. The piece of wood carved and made like the book stand. For the students, it was the Quran stand. Ordinary, every mosque, every single mosque has a mihrab, direction to Mecca, direction to Saudi Arabia. And here is the Quran. It's huge, made from Samarkand silk paper. There are 302 pages in it. It was written in Arabic, Sus, Devoni, or Kufi inscriptions. The lecture room of the madrasa contains 3 rooms, 2 teachers' rooms and 1 big mosque. This section of the museum is devoted to Ulugh-Beg himself. There is his portrait. As it was mentioned earlier, Ulugh-Beg ordered the construction of the observatory in Samarkand. The main instrument of the observatory was a quadrant, the 4th part of the circle. By the help of what he calculated the duration of a year. According to the estimation of Ulugh-Beg, there were 365 days, 6 hours, 10 minutes, and 8 seconds. He was wrong just in 1 minute and 2 seconds. That's great. Beside of the several instruments, there was a globe, celestial globe, in the observatory. The owner of the globe was Ulugh-Beg himself. It was made from fine gold. Currently, it's in private collection in Great Britain. One can find a very interesting painting in the museum. This painting was found from the book of Jan Hevelius, who was originally from Poland. The artist of the painting, Anastasia, depicted the goddess of astronomy, Irene, in the very center of the table, around the scientists, astronomers from different countries, from different centuries. And from the right side of her, in the highest position, look back himself. One is the most impressive, which is called Tilokori madrasa. It has a cupola, which is decorated with gold leaf. Here we are in the yard of Tilokori madrasa. The yard surrounded by the rooms where lived and studied students, and in the very center of it, the mosque itself. It has the bluish cupola on the top, but underneath it's very golden. The mosque is impressive because of its color, design, geometric forms. It's a masterpiece of Central Asia. The work was made in 17th century without any kind of the developed technologies for those days. In the very center of the wall in the mosque there is a niche, direction to Mecca, direction to Saudi Arabia. On the top of it, beautiful stalactites, they are called Mulkarnas, Arabic inscription around, sentence from Quran. The most impressive part of the mosque is a cupola. In the very center of it you can see leaves. Those leaves which are moving from big to smaller, creating just illusion of the dome. Actually, the dome is flat. Here is a section in Registan Square where you can get more about Samarkand silk paper, which was famous in 7th and 8th centuries and all over the world. It says that along of Siab River there were more than 200 factories where this paper was produced and exported to different parts of the world. During the time of the Great Silk Road, Samarkandians learned to make paper from Chinese. It was made from the bark of mulberry tree. The technology of making this paper came back to life in 1994, and one had the opportunity to see how the paper was made in ancient times. Now I want to tell you about the tubiteyka, or how it's called in Uzbek, kalpaka. It can be in different shape. In one of the galleries of the mosque, one can see the old photos which were made in 1966. Here is one of them, where you can see how the buildings looked like before the reconstruction. And this is how Registan looks today. We're in a very interesting place. This kind of the gallery locates in Samarkand, not far from Registan Square. It was founded 15 years ago, and the founder of the gallery, Lena Ladika. She is a designer, she is the founder, she is the creator. And first, when the gallery was founded, the aim was not to sell the things, but to keep the status of gallery. The main idea to found this gallery was to create the ethnic style which was adapted to the modern life, the modern fashion. And during this very difficult time, during the pandemic time, the team of this gallery, Happy Bird team, never stopped to create the beautiful collection. And now we're here and witnessing the new collection, which is called Under the Cover of the Heaven. Thank you for being with us today. When the skies will open again and travel resumes, we'll wait for you here in Samarkand. Here we have many stories to tell and many places to discover. Welcome.